Hello, brothers and sisters. Thanks again for participating in our political education program. We got some great feedback from our first session. We hope you continue to find this information useful. There's a connection between what we do in the voting booths and what we see on our jobs. We hope this program makes those connections clearer for you. Remember, for union carpenters, elections have consequences. In politics, equal paychecks. Today, we're going to talk about two things. The first is the importance of participating in union political action. The other is Davis-Bacon, an issue that is crucial to our ability to win public construction work. For union carpenters, every election is important. Every elected candidate has an impact on us. They fund construction jobs through budgets. They may have a say in how companies are selected for projects. They set rules for how workers can be paid and treated. Just their support for our union can send a message to developers and end users. Like we said last time, union carpenters have an impact because we register and vote more than most Americans. In close elections, that can make a big difference. And you don't have to follow politics closely to know every election these days seems to be close, and recounts are increasing. We are also active in campaigns. The work we do to support our candidates increases voter turnout in favor of our candidates. In politics, GOTV means get out the vote, and is often the difference between a winning campaign and a losing campaign. Besides registering to vote and voting, there are a number of ways you can get involved to help our candidates win on Election Day. Whatever you're most comfortable doing, your participation will make a difference. You can talk to other union members on job sites. Even just encouraging them to vote helps. Participate in rallies or standouts. This is where we show our numbers. Attend candidate events. Again, we're showing who we are and the power of our people. Participate in union phone banks or text banks. This is for our members more comfortable talking about politics. But anyone can do it because we'll give you guidance on having those conversations. Knock on doors. One-on-one, face-to-face conversations are the most powerful way to push our candidates to victory. It all boils down to this. If we get involved in campaigns and we vote, we make a difference in the outcome. And that increases the chances that the lives of union carpenters will be better for the long haul. To start, be an educated voter. Learn more about the issues we discuss in this program. Talk about them with other members at the union meetings. Learn where the candidates stand on our issues. Then, put your knowledge to work by voting in every election you can. In our last session, we talked a little bit about federal Davis-Bacon and state prevailing wage laws. Let's take a minute to hear one of our brothers from Michigan talk about it in this clip from the UBC.
Prevailing wage, we talk about it a lot. It might not seem too complicated, but it is critically important and very patriotic. Let's talk about why. Prevailing wage is a minimum wage for publicly funded construction projects. There is a federal prevailing wage, and some states have their own state prevailing wage. Prevailing wage ensures that our contractors won't be underbid by people who hire low-skilled, low-paid construction workers. Contractors who commit tax fraud and then leave when the work isn't done right. So when roads, bridges, airports, highways, and schools are built with prevailing wage, they are built by workers who have been trained and fairly compensated like us. This means our infrastructure is strong, our tax dollars go to good employers, and our members go to work. And it ensures that our own government cannot undermine our apprenticeship program and drive down wages for our members. Now, prevailing wage is no guarantee. In Michigan, where I work, we lost our state prevailing wage for a number of years because anti-union politicians repealed it. It put everything in jeopardy. But because we got out to vote, organize, and fought, we were able to reinstate prevailing wage. And our members saw the impact immediately. So there you have it, prevailing wage. It's not complicated, but it couldn't be more important.
That's a pretty good overview of prevailing wage and why it's so important to us. In our council, 6 of 7 states have prevailing wage laws. Only New Hampshire doesn't. But not all prevailing wage laws are the same. We fight to make sure the methods for setting the prevailing rate are fair. We also want to make sure that prevailing rate is applied to as much work as possible when our tax dollars are involved. Sometimes elected officials seek to exempt a project from prevailing wage laws. That's why it's important for us to have relationships with Democrats and Republicans. In Washington, the only thing that stops Davis-Bacon from being stripped from federal projects is a coalition of members from both parties who say no. Remember, brothers and sisters, political action is crucial to our success as a union, and each one of us has an important role to play in those efforts. Your individual knowledge and participation is what makes a difference. None of us can afford to watch and hope for the best when politics equals paychecks. Thank you for your time and your consideration.